Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Houston, we have a problem. I don't think it's going to affect YouTube. I filmed a clip this morning and took it off the camera onto the laptop like I normally do in a new folder. Put that folder in the stuff where all my stuff goes to do with YouTube. Went to load up my editing software I use and it wouldn't load. What the hell's wrong with that? I checked the shortcut and you can find out where the shortcut actually points. I went to have a look at it and it looked odd because an executable has got .exe on the end and this didn't have. It had the logo, it all looked right, but it looked like the file extension had gone and it wouldn't run. Nothing. You click on it, nothing happened at all. So I thought that's funny. And I thought, well, if the worst comes to the worst, I've got the disk so I can reinstall it. And then I thought, no, I can't. Not on the laptop. There's no DVD drive. There's no drive. And then I thought, well, there's a way around that. I can copy the CDs effectively, or DVDs, onto the desktop, then put them on my external hard drive and plug that into the laptop and reinstall from there rather than direct from the CDs. I've done that sort of thing before, no big deal. So okay, that's fine. So I thought, well, while I'm messing about with that, I'll shut the laptop down. So I just did a normal close down on the laptop like I would normally do, and got the keyboard out and everything for the desktop and swapped over some cables and this, that and the other and got the desktop going. Of course, there's 3 months worth of flipping updates to run, isn't there? And the last of those are still going now, and it's halfway through the afternoon. I have been out in the meantime. But anyway, when I came to turn the laptop on, it won't load. Basically, it comes up with some sort of recovery screen which gives you a repair option, which then fails. Those are the options. It's not getting as far as Windows. It's not getting in there. So it's holding somewhere in the boot area. And normally there's a way to load in safe mode, which once I get my desktop back I'll look into. But I don't think I'm getting far enough to even activate that. So I've had to dig out the box and everything from up in the spare room, get all the paperwork out and find out what the options are. Well, the good thing is it's got a 12-month warranty. The bad news is what's on that laptop I can't get back. I can't load it. I can't load it to get stuff off. Now, when I started using the laptop, I took everything I wanted off of the desktop onto the external hard drive and put it onto the laptop. That data's still on the desktop as far as I know. No, it's on the hard drive. It's on the external hard drive. So at that point, I've got all my files. But since then, anything that I've updated onto the laptop is gone. I'm going to lose it. So that'll include new photos of first-time bloomers. This is not a big deal, but there is some stuff to do with the Orchid Societies that could be a big deal. So, losing my user data, my personal data, could be a bit of a big deal. If it has to go, it has to go. It's as simple as that. Once I get my desktop back, I'll have a look into the only option I've got outside of Windows on the laptop is to reset the factory settings, which will effectively wipe the disk. But if that gets it going again, I'll be happy to do that, and I'll worry about the data loss as I go along. I'll realise, oh God, that was on the laptop, wasn't it? It's gone now. But yeah, the first thing I do, if I do get it back up and running, I know that if you do a clean install of Windows from scratch, you don't actually lose your personal data. You lose a hell of a lot of your settings and things, your personalisation. But you don't lose the data. Well, this is a different type of thing. A set back to factory defaults sounds to me like everything on that disk is coming off. Anyway, I will look into it. There's a customer support number. I might not get an answer on that because they could actually be closed down except for online business. I don't know, so there might not be any customer support, but until I get my desktop back I won't know. So we have a serious problem with the laptop. What's more annoying than anything is it's not even 4 months old yet, and it cost a lot of money. That's the annoying thing. Certainly it hasn't been misused or anything. It sits quietly on a flat desk. It doesn't even get used like a lot of laptops and packed up and humped around and used in many different places. It just sits on my desk. The only thing that happens to it is it gets closed down, started up again, and the lid gets opened. That's it. It doesn't get abused in any shape or form. Anyway, the film clip that I took this morning that's now stuck on the laptop and I can't get it off, I can still carry on with my YouTube stuff because the software is on the desktop. Now I don't know whether I'll have my latest startup, you know, twinkly bits at the beginning and the end and everything. That's no big deal. Do that again. But the clip that I filmed this morning has gone. So I'll repeat that now. And it was all about this. This is just opened. Oh, I haven't got it with me now. You'll have to imagine, but I did it this morning on film, so I know what it was. Basically, I got a measure out, and I was talking about what is big in the computing sort of, sorry, not computing, in the orchid world. You can have a big plant, you can have a big bloom, but what do you mean by big? I mean, some cattleyas are enormous. They're 6 inches across. They're absolutely huge. This is 10 inches. So on the one that's fully open, from here to here is 10 inches, or whatever that is, 25 centimetres. That's big. But centrally it's not. I mean, the spider orchids all have that look to one degree or another, but what they have is a different degree of petals and sepals, which is the spidery bits. So yeah, that's Brassia Santa Barbara. Was bought at the same time as this monster down here. Now these blooms are quite big, but they're not a patch on that. You know, that's probably only about 5 or 6 inches, maybe 6. But these are enormous. Anyway, so that's what the video was about this morning, and a couple of other bits and pieces which I won't bother repeating. I've now got work to do, effectively. I need to try and get this sorted out one way or the other. Especially with things like phoning people up. You know, there's only certain hours that they're open and things, and then it runs into tomorrow, and so it goes on. But I will be able to carry on doing YouTube stuff on the grounds that I can still film, so the camera still works, I can still offload onto my desktop like I always used to do, and the software's there. So as far as YouTube concerns, everything just carries on, just a little bit slower. The desktop doesn't really whiz like the laptop does. The laptop doesn't whiz at all at the moment, but I'm working on it and I want to work on it, so I want to get on with that. So I'll get this little clip loaded and I'll keep you posted, basically. We'll see how we get on. See you next time.